Hey guys, so I did not have anything planned for you guys today, I'm not gonna lie. However, here's my issue. I'm at war with my own brain right now, and I need you guys' advice. I need your recommendations or what you would like for this channel. Now, that being said, I don't know if you all have noticed certain YouTubers will love to post like Vlogmas day 12, Vlogmas day 13. Like they post something every day. The reason for that is because ad revenue is better during December because of all the Christmas ads, I guess. So I would like to post more videos for you guys. However, I'm not in the state of mind or have all the free time to post great videos every day. So I'm not going to bombard you with a bunch of crappy little videos. I also don't know what qualifies. I think the video has to be like 8 minutes or more, so I'm not sure. And I don't have the time to edit. I won't be editing today. I'm so sorry. But I'm talking too much. Let me get this all out and then I'll start the video. But if you guys are interested in me just posting some silly, like, something I'm doing during the day type deal, maybe I'll post like a couple videos a week. I'm talking like 2 videos a week maybe. And then my other battle is that I was ready to kind of cut back a little bit on videos because I want to deliver quality over quantity. The reason I've uploaded every single week since I started actually building this channel was because the consistency is what the algorithm likes, and it brought in all these subs and helped me to be able to monetize my videos. Now, I really haven't made any money yet off my videos. But now that I've gone over that mark of monetization, I can probably cut back a little bit on having to be so consistent. So I'm wondering if making a video every other week sounds better for you guys, if it's going to be better quality. I don't know. Maybe I'll switch that. Maybe I'll do every week if I'm feeling good, or maybe if it's just not that great, I'll just post. So if you're subscribed to me, you can see my posts in your subscription list. I don't know. What do you guys think? I just don't want to like force myself to upload something every week and then it just be crap and you're like, why am I watching this? So sorry that I just took 3 minutes to explain that, but just give me your feedback and let me know what you guys think. I know you're all going to be super nice and be like, quality over quantity, take care of yourself. I appreciate you guys, but I want as honest criticism as you can give me. If you feel like if I start cutting back on videos, you're not going to watch for some reason, tell me that. Like, just let me know. And I'll just have to do my best to plan out a little further and better. I don't know. But I was sitting here thinking, what's something easy I can do today since I didn't plan anything. I didn't look up police reports for anything. And I don't want to just talk about nothing. So I thought, okay, what's something I can easily talk about? And Charles Manson came to mind. So I don't know if I've ever mentioned it before, but Manson is by far my favorite true crime case. Not Manson himself. I hate Manson. Fucking terrified of the guy. Now, whether or not I believe in the Helter Skelter, Vincent Bugliosi thing is a whole other video. If you guys want a video on Manson, I could probably make a 3-hour video. But if you're interested in that, maybe like I've talked about doing like a series, like 1 video per each victim type deal or per each family member or something like that. I could look into doing that because that'd be really easy. Or maybe my thoughts on Helter Skelter as a whole. But it's a case that I know a lot about. I've studied more than any other case. And part of the reason being, I love movies. I love just Hollywood, old, new, anything. And Manson is basically the 6 degrees to Kevin Bacon of the true crime world. Manson is tied to so much in pop culture. It's insane. Like, you could probably name any celebrity and get to Manson within 6 degrees. In fact, I guarantee you could. I'm going to make that claim right now. So I thought I would just randomly go over a list of celebs, and I Googled this just to give me some ideas of celebrities and exactly how they're tied. So this is just like, I don't even remember how many, 16 or something celebrities that are tied to the Manson case somehow, or that have met Manson or been involved with him. And I thought it would just be cool for you guys to hear these different ties, basically. Why do I have that one in here twice? Oh, I wrote someone's daughter on the wrong celebrity. I wrote it on a guy that just started with the right initial. Okay, fix that. So, looking at my notes, going down my notes, these are just 4 articles that I got that basically repeated each other. But I listed those in my sources as usual below. Excuse me. So, without further ado, 6 minutes into the video, Bryan Cranston is the first one. So, following Manson's death, gosh, has that already been like 2 years now, or was that a year ago? 2020 has been really long. I feel like it was 2019 when he died. Bryan Cranston took to Twitter and recalled the eerie encounter he had with the cult leader in 1968, and that's a year before the famous murders. The actor previously told his story to the Daily Beast in 2016 and recounted how, as a 12-year-old, he didn't think much of seeing the man who others called Charlie, but recognized that he was very strange. From what I remember, Bryan was at Spawn Ranch taking a tour. They would give tours of, I guess, the mountains. I don't even remember, but on horseback. So from what I remember, he was there riding horseback, and then he saw Charlie, who everybody talked about at the ranch. He was like this freaking ranch celebrity. It was weird. So Bryan Cranston briefly met him or saw him. I can't remember. I think he just saw him, but like, that's just creepy enough knowing that you physically saw someone like that a year before the murders. The next one is Dennis Wilson and really the Beach Boys as a whole. The rest of the Beach Boys, from my understanding, didn't really want much to do with Charlie. But if you know anything about Dennis Wilson, he had a lot of vices. I want to say probably in drugs, but definitely in alcohol and in women. And Charlie supplied women and drugs. They, I believe, first met when Dennis picked up a couple hitchhikers. Yeah, that's what these notes say. He picked up 2 hitchhikers, and I think it was 2 girls from the Manson family. And they called Charlie and invited him over. From what I understand, without even telling Dennis, like, they just called him, and Charlie showed up and was like, "Hey man, how's it going? How is it going?" If you know anything about Charlie, he really wanted to be a famous musician, and them getting picked up by Dennis Wilson was just like his golden ticket in, kind of. So he hung around Dennis Wilson a lot. Something interesting about the Beach Boys with him is that one of their songs, at least one of their songs, theirs is called Never Learn Not to Love, was written by Charles Manson. It is a song that was released by the Beach Boys. It's still out there. Charlie's version, excuse me, was called Cease to Exist, and you can look that up on YouTube. It's pretty creepy when you read the lyrics from the different perspectives from the Beach Boys and from Charlie's. Even the titles are creepy. The Cease to Exist and Never Learn Not to Love. Like, Cease to Exist, just come and say you love me. Give up your world, stuff like that was in Charlie's version. Like, it's just like, do whatever I tell you to, basically. It's very creepy. And from what I understand, they took the song in exchange for either it was like $200 outright, or like a motorcycle or something, or because he basically mooched off of Dennis so much, they were like, let's just call it even. Maybe it was even that Charlie stole the motorcycle or something. I can't remember. I'm doing a really great job of giving you like actual facts. But these are like rumors of what happened, because no one knows for sure exactly what the exchange was besides Charlie and the Beach Boys. The next connection I have is singer Mike Love. He, let's see here. Susan Atkins, who was the woman who actually killed Sharon Tate, actually babysat Mike Love's children. In addition, in his detailed memoir, Good Vibrations, he said that he left Wilson's home after an odd confrontation with Charlie, who tried to orchestrate a sex party. He said, quote, "As we pulled out of the driveway, I thought, Denny, you've got a real nutcase for a roommate now." The next connection is Terry Melcher. If you know much about the music world, you probably are aware of Terry Melcher, at least music back then. A fun thing about Terry Melcher and another connection Manson is that he's the son of the famous actress Doris Day. Terry Melcher was a record producer, and he was introduced because Charlie was staying with Dennis. And let's see here. Manson learned where Melcher rented a home with his then girlfriend and actress Candice Bergen, so another celebrity, when Wilson dropped him off one day. After Melcher and Bergen moved out, the house then became the home that Sharon Tate and Roman Polanski rented and where the murders took place, the Tate murders took place. There's a common misconception that Charlie went to the wrong home and meant to kill Terry Melcher. That's not true at all. He knew very well that Terry Melcher wasn't there anymore. In fact, he met Sharon kind of from afar one day when he went up there to talk to Terry Melcher, and they had informed him that Melcher no longer lived here. This was the Polanski residence, and he saw Sharon from, I don't know, like 15 feet away. She came out on the front porch. Jay Sebring had answered the door, or basically saw Manson and told him, "What are you doing here?" "No, Melcher doesn't live here anymore." So he knew who lived in that house, and I think he used them as basically hype to get his killing out and famous. The next celebrity is Neil Young. Canadian singer Neil Young also met Manson through Dennis Wilson, and he thought that he had enough talent to make it as a musician. Young has stated, quote, "I asked him if he had a recording contract. He told me he didn't yet, but he wanted to make records. I told Mo Ostin at Reprise about him and recommended that Reprise check him out. Shortly afterward, the Sharon Tate LaBianca murders happened, and Charlie Manson's name was known around the world." I apologize. I know, it's okay. The next connection is the Mamas and the Papas. They were actually good friends with the Tates and with Sharon Tate and Roman Polanski. And oddly enough, I want to say John Phillips had an affair with someone that they knew or something of that nature, because supposedly after the murders, because it was a while before anyone knew that Manson was involved or who did the murders, Roman broke into... I know, you're okay. He wants to get out of his little area that I've got him safely in. I'm about to get him out after this. But supposedly he broke into John Phillips' home and stole his address book to compare the handwriting with the words pig that were written in Sharon Tate's blood on their front door. And then he kind of then ruled out John Phillips as a killer. Oh, maybe it was that Roman had an affair with John's wife or something previously. There was some kind of relationship, like love triangle, that had gone on that made him suspect John Phillips. Side note also to that, the front door that they wrote pig on in Sharon Tate's blood is now owned by, I just had his name in my head. Oh no, Trent Reznor of 9 Inch Nails. And their album, along with a few other albums, because I think Trent Reznor turned that home into a recording studio. So the actual home where the murders happened was a recording studio. And I think Marilyn Manson recorded an album in there as well. The house has since been torn down, but that door is on the entrance of Trent Reznor's current studio. I forget what city it's in. I want to say it's like in London or something like that, but the actual door is still there. I may have to cut this and come back really quick and tend to him, so I will be right back. Okay, sorry about that. Now my lighting's all different because I opened the front door so someone can look outside. Anywho, the next connection we have is Deidra Shaw, who is the daughter of Angela Lansbury. At one point, the daughter of Peter Shaw and Murder, She Wrote star Angela Lansbury became involved with Manson and his followers. She told the Daily Mail, or Lansbury told the Daily Mail, that Deidra Shaw got mixed up with them and, quote, "It pains me to say it, but at one stage, Deidra was in the crowd in with a crowd led by Charles Manson. She was one of many youngsters who knew him, and they were fascinated. He was an extraordinary character, charismatic in many ways, no question about it. The Manson followers went on shopping sprees and charged their purchases to Shaw's credit cards. But when her parents got wind of it, they cut the cards off and moved the family to Ireland, away from bad influences. That's really, really just interesting that basically they were funded by this family for a while. The family did whatever they could basically to get money, odd jobs and stealing. So it doesn't surprise me that they did that. Another connection we have is Michael Kane. Fun fact about the name Michael Kane, especially if you're American. If you say my cocaine, I think it is just in an American accent. It sounds like how Michael Kane says his own name in his accent. And I've always thought that was really funny. Sorry, I got distracted by my water had something on it. My water thing had something on it. Manson met many of his most famous acquaintances at Hollywood parties, like the one he attended at, it says Elliot's home, but it didn't say who Elliot was. Sorry, I'm reading these notes off of this one site. One Oscar-winning actor has a clear memory of meeting Manson at one such event, and that would be Michael Caine. In his autobiography, he recalls being introduced to the cult leader. He said he was a, quote, scruffy little man. Their relationship didn't extend much past that brief meeting, but in an eerie coincidence, Kane recalls that he attended that party with two of Manson's future victims, Jay Sebring and Sharon Tate. Now on to the last two of this list that I've compiled here from these articles are pretty obvious. Sharon Tate and Roman Polanski. Jay Sebring also. Jay Sebring was one of the victims as well, and he was a huge influence in men's hairstyling and basically a stylist to the stars. But the obvious being Sharon Tate, who was an actress herself and a very big up-and-coming actress, could have been extremely famous for completely different reasons. Sadly, this is where her infamy now lies. And Roman Polanski, who was a famous director, maybe almost a decade after this happened, had a very big scandal. I want to say at a party of Jack Nicholson's or at Jack Nicholson's home, raped a young girl. So that's pretty controversial in itself. Oh, don't put that in your mouth, honey. Thank you. I know, it's so terrible that I took it. Sorry. But yeah, if you look in Polanski's life as it is, he's had a whirlwind of tragedies. I'm not excusing anything that he did, but he has lived a very tumultuous life himself. But he's a very famous director for many different films. More recently, The Pianist, which is a fantastic film. I dare to call it semi-autobiographical. I can't remember the word. But just experiences that he witnessed during the Holocaust. But probably most famously known for Rosemary's Baby. Rosemary's Baby came out the year before the murders, and he was kind of demonized by certain extremist Christian groups, saying that he kind of deserved what happened to Sharon because of making that film, which is just disgusting. No one deserves that. Somebody just tipped over and isn't happy. So that's all I have for you guys today. Somebody is very fussy and needs a nap. I'm gonna go feed him and put him to sleep. Put him for a nap. That's a better way to phrase that. I hope you guys like this video. I'm sorry what a mess it is, but it's just my thrown together thing. Again, would love you guys' advice below about what I asked about in the beginning. If you did like this for some crazy reason, please hit the thumbs up button below. If you have any suggestions for videos, true crime or otherwise, please leave those in the comments below. If you'd like to see more videos, please hit the subscribe button as I upload new videos every Wednesday. And other than that, I will see you guys next week.